The scorching sun beat down on the faces of the Argonauts. The relentless heat was a constant reminder of the arduous journey they had undertaken. Each day felt like an eternity as they navigated the vast, uncharted waters, their eyes squinting against the blinding glare of the sun reflecting off the waves. They had sailed to the ends of the earth at the command of King Eurystheus. The king's orders were absolute, and the Argonauts, bound by their duty and honor, pressed on despite the overwhelming odds. The sea was both their ally and adversary, offering moments of serene beauty and sudden violent storms. Their mission to retrieve the girdle of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons, for the insatiable Heracles. This task was not just a test of strength but of cunning and diplomacy. The girdle was a symbol of power, and taking it from the fierce Amazon queen would be no small feat. Theseus, prince of Athens, was among them. His presence added a layer of complexity to the mission. Known for his bravery and intelligence, Theseus was a natural leader, yet he was also a man with his own ambitions and desires. He was eager to prove himself among these heroes. He longed for glory. He yearned for adventure. The tales of his past exploits were already legendary, but this mission offered a chance to etch his name deeper into the annals of history. The Amazons were a formidable sight. Their reputation as fierce warriors was well-earned, and their preparation for battle was meticulous. Every movement was precise, every strategy well-rehearsed. These warrior women were as fierce as they were beautiful. Their strength was matched only by their grace, and their determination was evident in their eyes. They were not just fighters, they were protectors of their land and their way of life. Their skill with the bow and arrow was unmatched. Each Amazon was a master of her weapon, capable of hitting a target with deadly accuracy from great distances. Their archery skills were legendary, a testament to their rigorous training and unyielding discipline. Their prowess in battle, legendary. Stories of their victories had spread far and wide, instilling both fear and respect in those who heard them. They fought with a unity and ferocity that few could match. Hippolyta, tall and proud, stood before them. As the queen of the Amazons, she embodied the strength and wisdom of her people. Her presence commanded respect, and her leadership was unquestioned. Her girdle, a symbol of her authority, gleamed in the sunlight. It was more than just an ornament. It was a testament to her right to rule and the respect she had earned from her warriors. Heracles, with his usual directness, demanded the girdle. His voice was firm, his stance unyielding. He was a man used to getting what he wanted, and his reputation as a hero preceded him. Hippolyta, intrigued by the hero's strength and audacity, was inclined to comply. She saw in Heracles a kindred spirit, a warrior who understood the burdens of leadership and the weight of responsibility. But Hera, Zeus's jealous wife, intervened. Her presence was a dark cloud over the proceedings, her intentions far from benign. She had her own reasons for meddling in the affairs of mortals. Disguised as an Amazon, she sowed seeds of distrust. Her whispers were like poison, spreading doubt and fear among the warriors. She knew exactly how to exploit their insecurities. She whispered of Greek treachery. Her words were calculated to incite anger and suspicion, to turn the Amazons against their visitors. She spoke of betrayal and deceit, of hidden agendas and false promises. She spoke of men come to enslave them. The idea of losing their freedom, of being subjugated by outsiders, was enough to ignite a fierce rage within the Amazons. They would not be taken easily. The Amazons, enraged, charged into battle. Their fury was a force of nature, their determination unbreakable. They fought not just for their queen, but for their very way of life. Theseus, caught in the melee, found himself face to face with Antiope, Hippolyta's sister. The clash of their swords was a symphony of strength and skill, each strike a testament to their prowess. They fought with a ferocity that belied the admiration that flickered between them. In the heat of battle, they recognized each other's strength and spirit, a mutual respect that transcended the conflict. In the end, Theseus disarmed Antiope, her sword clattering to the ground. The moment was charged with tension, the outcome uncertain. Instead of killing her, Theseus offered Antiope a choice. His voice was calm, his eyes steady. He saw in her a potential ally, a partner in both life and leadership. He would take her as his wife, a queen for Athens. It was a bold proposal, one that carried both risk and promise. He offered her not just a place by his side, but a role of equal power and respect. He saw courage in her eyes, a fire that matched his own. In that moment, they were not adversaries, but equals, bound by a shared understanding of honor and duty. Antiope, sensing his honor, agreed. She saw in Theseus a man of integrity, someone who valued her strength and spirit. Her decision was not just about survival, but about forging a new path. She saw in Theseus a kindred spirit. Their bond was forged in the crucible of battle, tempered by mutual respect and admiration. They were two warriors who had found in each other a partner for the future. She saw a life beyond the battlefield. She saw love. In Theseus she found not just a husband, but a companion who understood her, who valued her for who she was. Together they would face whatever challenges lay ahead, united in strength and purpose. Athens, city of wisdom and learning, welcomed Antiope with open arms. The city, known for its philosophers and scholars, was a stark contrast to the wild, untamed lands she had known. Yet, it was here that her new life began. She adapted to her new life, embracing the customs and traditions of her husband's people. The bustling markets, the grand temples, and the lively debates in the agora were all new to her, but she learned quickly. She learned the customs of her husband's people, participating in their festivals and rituals. She even began to understand their language, finding ways to communicate and connect with those around her. She bore Theseus a son, Hippolytus, named for her warrior queen sister. The birth of her child brought her a sense of purpose and joy, a new chapter in her life that she embraced wholeheartedly. Theseus, overjoyed, doted on his wife and child. He believed that their family was a symbol of unity and love, a bridge between two worlds. He believed his happiness was complete, that their life together was perfect. He saw Antiope as the embodiment of his dreams, a queen who had found her place by his side. He believed Antiope had found peace in their union, that she had left behind her past and embraced her new life with him. Yet, beneath the surface, Antiope harbored a longing for her homeland. The memories of her past, the life she had left behind, lingered in her heart. For the familiar embrace of her sisters in arms, the camaraderie and bond that only warriors could understand. She missed the strength and unity of her Amazonian sisters. For the rush of wind against her face as she rode into battle. She missed the thrill of the fight, the adrenaline that surged through her veins as she faced her enemies. She missed the thrill of the fight, the sense of purpose and determination that came with each battle. The open sky above the steppes, the vast expanse of her homeland called to her. She missed the open sky above the steppes. The whispers began subtly, whispers in the marketplace, murmurs in the shadows. People began to talk, to question her presence in Athens. Tales of Antiope, the Amazon queen, held captive by the Athenian king. Stories of a warrior forced into a life of domesticity, a queen who had lost her freedom. Stories of a forced marriage, of a queen who had been taken against her will. The people whispered of her longing for freedom, her desire to return to her homeland. Rumors of a queen longing for freedom, of a woman who had not truly found peace in her new life. These whispers grew louder, spreading through the city like wildfire. Theseus, blinded by his love for Antiope, dismissed them as the idle gossip of bored citizens. He refused to believe that his beloved Antiope could be unhappy. He refused to believe that his beloved Antiope could be unhappy. He clung to the illusion of their perfect life, convinced that their love was unbreakable. He clung to the illusion of their perfect life, believing that their love could overcome any obstacle. But the seeds of doubt had been sown. But the seeds of doubt had been sown. The whispers reached the ears of the Amazons, igniting a firestorm of anger and a thirst for vengeance. The whispers reached the ears of the Amazons. They ignited a firestorm of anger and a thirst for vengeance. The Amazons, loyal to their queen, could not stand by and do nothing. They ignited a firestorm of anger and a thirst for vengeance. The Amazons, loyal to their queen, could not stand by and do nothing. They prepared for battle, ready to rescue their queen and restore her freedom. Across the vast steppes, the drums of war sounded. The air was thick with anticipation, a palpable tension that seemed to vibrate through the very ground. The sun rose slowly, casting a golden hue over the plains, as if nature itself was holding its breath for the impending storm. The Amazons, enraged by the perceived insult to their queen, gathered for war. They sharpened their swords, they strung their bows. Each movement was precise, practiced, and filled with a sense of purpose. The warriors exchanged determined glances, their eyes reflecting the fire of their collective anger and resolve. They donned their armor, each piece a reminder of Antiope's supposed plight. The clinking of metal echoed through the camp, a symphony of preparation. Every piece of armor was not just protection, but a symbol of their heritage and their unyielding spirit. Hippolyta, consumed by guilt and worry for her sister, rallied her warriors. Her voice, strong and unwavering, cut through the morning air. She spoke of honor, of loyalty, and of the unbreakable bond between sisters. Her words ignited a fierce determination in the hearts of her warriors. She refused to believe Antiope had chosen Athens over her Amazon family. The thought gnawed at her, a constant reminder of the stakes of their mission. She knew her sister's heart, and she was certain that Antiope's loyalty lay with them. She refused to believe her beloved sister would abandon them. The bond they shared was forged in the fires of countless battles, strengthened by years of shared triumphs and trials. Hippolyta's resolve was unshakable. The Amazon army, a fearsome spectacle of fury and might, marched towards Athens. Their formation was impeccable, a testament to their discipline and training. The ground trembled under the weight of their steps, a harbinger of the storm that was about to descend upon the city. They rode like a storm, their anger echoing in their battle cries. They thirsted for blood. They craved vengeance. The sound of hooves pounding the earth was like thunder, and their war cries pierced the air, a chilling reminder of their wrath. They were determined to reclaim their queen. Nothing would stand in their way. Their mission was clear, and their resolve was ironclad. The thought of failure was inconceivable. News of the approaching army reached Athens. Panic gripped the city. The once bustling streets were now filled with fear and uncertainty. People whispered in hushed tones, their faces pale with dread. The legendary ferocity of the Amazons was well known, and the thought of facing them was terrifying. Citizens, accustomed to lives of peace and prosperity, trembled at the thought of the legendary Amazon warriors at their gates. Fear shadowed every heart. Theseus, however, remained calm. He stood as a pillar of strength amidst the chaos, his mind racing with thoughts of how to avert the impending disaster. He refused to believe that Antiope would betray him. His love for her was unwavering, and he clung to the hope that she felt the same. He believed in the bond they shared, a bond that he hoped would be strong enough to prevent bloodshed. He clung to the belief that she loved him. The thought gave him strength, a beacon of hope in the dark storm of uncertainty. He was determined to find a way to reach her, to make her see reason. He would reason with the Amazons. He would speak to them, appeal to their sense of honor and justice. He believed that words could bridge the chasm of misunderstanding and prevent the horrors of war. He would convince them of Antiope's happiness. He would avert war. With a heart full of hope and determination, Theseus prepared to face the Amazonian fury, ready to fight not with weapons but with words.